Any movie that can make chess seem mildly exciting is okay in my book. Hey guys, Kevin here for Kevflix.com, and today I am reviewing the Disney sports drama Queen of Katwe. Queen of Katwe is about a Ugandan girl named Fiona whose world is rapidly changed when she is introduced to the game of chess. She then realizes that there is more to life than just living on the streets of Uganda and strives to be a chess master. Now, I know earlier in the video I said that this is a Disney sports drama, and I know you might think, oh, chess isn't really a sport, but in this case it kind of is because this movie runs the exact same plot points as all the other Disney sports movies like Remember the Titans, Miracle, Secretariat, things like that, where it's an unbelievable story, it's a remarkable story that really needs to be told, really put on screen, and it's really about how these characters overcome these obstacles to get to where they want to be. Now, you know it's a Disney movie, so you know it's always going to end well. It's not going to be like a Friday Night Lights where they lose at the end, or Coach Carter where they lose at the end. Sorry, spoiler alert, but those movies came out like 10 years ago. But what Disney does really well in all their movies is they build the characters, and you care about these characters, and you care about these events because of these characters. I think the best example would be in Miracle, where that's literally one of the greatest moments in sports history, and yet during the hockey scenes at the end when they're playing Russia, you are like scared that the USA is going to lose, even though you know exactly what's going to happen. And that's the same thing in Queen of Katwe. Like you know what's going to happen, you know where it's going, but because Disney is so good at building the characters and making us feel for the characters, really sympathizing and empathizing with them, that we really want them to succeed, and we feel like we don't know, but we really do. But they do such a good job building characters. Building characters, and this is probably the best. They're one of their best efforts yet in terms of building characters. Like as far as story and character development goes, this Fiona is probably the most developed and probably the most fascinating character, individual character that we've had in any Disney sports movie. I don't think that there really has been a Disney sports movie that focused on one singular character quite like this, other than maybe Invincible, the Mark Wahlberg football movie. But we really do get a grasp of Fiona's life living in Uganda. She's poor. She's living on the street. Her and her family are really just grinding it out. Her mother's tough. Her sister's just kind of crazy, kind of loose. And then she finds her own in this game of chess, and it's the one thing that can really save her from struggling in these streets forever. And we really feel for her emotionally, and and it is because they build her and her world up so well. A lot of the reason why we have such great characters is because we get great performances from the central cast. Madina Nawanga is great as Fiona in her first acting role ever. She's really the emotional center of the movie. She's the reason why we have the movie, and Nawanga really puts the story of the movie on her back and carries it through. Everything that Fiona feels, we feel, and that's because of Nawanga's ability to portray these emotions and make us feel for this character. So it's a very impressive performance for somebody who's never acted before, and it's one of my favorite performances of the year. I also really like David Oyelowo as Robert, Fiona's chess coach. He's the guy who introduces Fiona to chess and really shows her the fundamentals of chess and really how to play the game and the strategies and things like that. And then he lets Fiona be the master that she wants to be. This is a very sweet performance, a very inspiring performance. Oyelowo acts with kids, which is hilarious. He has this really awesome scene where he physically reenacts a story about a lion that's just adorable to watch. He also gives a lot of really inspirational speeches. It's very powerful, and I think you can rank it right up there with his performance as Martin Luther King Jr. in Selma. It's just that good of a performance. Sorry. And then my favorite performance in the movie was Lupita Nyong'o playing Fiona's mother Naku. I thought that this is a very powerful performance, a performance about pride and a performance about family and just wanting to keep your family close and thinking and giving up not and giving up the ideas that you have for your family for what could be better, even if it's not even if it's not with your ideals. And I thought Nyong'o did such a good job. She is a force to be reckoned with. She tears up the screen when she's on it, and I loved her. Nyong'o, who won an Oscar in 2013 for 12 Years a Slave, was really choosy when it comes to her roles, and that's awesome because that means that she always picks the right roles and she's always good in them. And this is just another one that she's great in. And this performance really deserves some Best Supporting Actress consideration for the Oscars this year because it is one of the best supporting actress turns I have seen all year. So yeah, those three performances really make these characters shine. Now, Queen of Katwe isn't a perfect movie. There are some scenes in the middle that could have been cut or developed a little more, and it's a Disney sports movie, so we kind of know what's going to happen, so the predictability factor kind of weighed in a little bit. But what is the best part about this movie, it has nothing really to do with the movie story or anything, is that this is such an important movie to be made in Hollywood because it features things that you don't usually see combined into a movie. It's got an ethnic cast. It's a female-led movie. It's a movie about chess. There are all these little factors that come together that you look at it on paper, you're like, Hollywood would never make this, but Disney said, "Fuck you, we're going to make it," and I commend them for that. I think that it showed a lot of balls on them that they're going to take that in a culture that is male led, and that a lot of the movies, like usually what would have happened for this story is that in most Hollywood cases, it would have been about David Oyelowo's character Robert developing this chess prodigy, but instead we learn about the chess prodigy Fiona and her struggles, and I think that it is very impressive that we get a movie like this. And again, I commend Disney for doing this because it's a movie that we desperately need, and it's one that shows that's slowly but surely like starting to change in Hollywood. So I commend you, Disney. Thank you for making this movie. Overall, Queen of Katwe is yet another impressive effort from the Disney Sports Department. It's an incredible true story that features great characters, great acting, and it's also an important film for Hollywood to have made. So overall, I give this movie a 3 out of 4, and you need to see this because it makes chess exciting. So that was my Queen of Katwe review. Did you see Queen of Katwe? What did you think? Comment below, let me know. And make sure to follow Kevflix on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram by searching Kevflix on all of them. And just go to the official site, www.kevflix.com. Make sure to keep a lookout for more reviews coming. Magnificent Seven still has to come up. Masterminds will be coming up. Deepwater Horizon, Miss Peregrine, School for the Gifted Children, or as I like to call it, Tim Burton's X-Men. Seeing all those movies this weekend, and then also I will be posting up some Oscar predictions, my most anticipated movies of the rest of the year, and yeah, a lot of things coming. So just keep an eye out. And as always, stay classy and don't do anything stupid.